Hey everybody, from 3454, back with some more Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time we started out at Hollow Bastion, got our Keyblade taken away from us, and then stole it back with the help of Beast. Then we kind of went through it a little bit, got our butts kicked a little bit, and got our butts kicked by Maleficent. And since then, I've done a few things. I've, leveled up a bit, just a little bit. I'm level 58. I believe last session I was level 47, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I've been playing this game quite a bit. I've been really grinding at that Hercules Cup. It's a really good experience. Especially because I went and forged, where is it? EXP Earring, amongst other things. Basically, I went all out and did almost every synthesis. I think I have 24 of 30. Like, just to give you an idea, I might as well just stop by there. Why not? And so, not only was I grinding on some enemies to get experience, so I actually did a lot of grinding in Hollow Bastion. Because there are certain synthesis materials that those enemies drop, and they rarely drop them. Like, I'm not even kidding. I spent hours just in that front room doing the exact same thing over and over again, hoping to get, I think it's a shiny crystal, which is dropped by wizards. It became so bad, I have a wizard relic. I got 2 of these. I don't know if the other one could be sold or not, but I feel like an equipment item should be more rare than a synthesis item, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I have pretty much these are the only things I've yet to do. However, the reason I haven't done these is because, well, Orichalcum, I need 8 of them. That's a lot of Orichalcums. Dark Matter, that's a whole other story. Dark Matter is actually is a rare material that you can find in specific spots in the world. Although because of this, I can create it. And to get this, I need Mithril. To make Mithril, I need... Well, Mystery Goo, actually, when you do enough synthesis, you get an ability called Encounters Plus, which I think increases your encounter rate with Rare Heartless. I just ran around that hotel, because in the red room, White Mushroom, White Fungus or whatever, the White Truffle, whatever their name is, they spawn there, and by going into the red room, and if they're not there, I'd go into the hallway, go into the room next door, and then go back into the red room and just do that over and over again until I get the white mushrooms. I mean, everything else wasn't much good for experience, but Mithril Stone, you get that from the Pot Scorpion, and I learned a good way to figure out which one is the Pot Scorpion, and that's if you can push the pots that aren't the Pot Scorpion in Agrabah right in front of the palace. Mithril Shards, I don't remember what dropped those. I don't remember what drops those. Oh well. Yeah, the reason I haven't compared it on though is Gale. According to my research, Gale can only be obtained from an enemy we've yet to face. And everything requires it except for this. Power Shard, I could get those. Power Gem, I could get those. But Dark Matter, I'd have to go and search for it, either using... They're very limited in the world. Cosmic Art, I could have actually tried to get this thing. Mithril Stone? Isn't that literally just... Yeah, I could have done that. I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I might do that eventually off screen again, depending on how far we make it here. Because if you can get all of that synthesized, I think, you can get the most powerful weapon in the game. By synthesis, but nonetheless. It's not something that entirely interests me, though. I might get it just for the, fun of it. But I've also encountered a lot of cool enemies. I'm not gonna bother going and showing you all of them, but in Wonderland, if you're in the Bazaar room when you're small, like right after you shrink, if you encounter a bunch of waves of shadows, if you take them all out, you'll fight Giga Shadows, which are giant shadows that will attack you. And if they hit you once, they'll whichever one hit you will disappear. And I like the description of it in Jimmy's journal, which is just like, it gets so happy that it just disappears. Deep Jungle. I actually fought the Pink Agaricus here quite a few times to get Serenity Power. Agrabah, Pot Scorpion I found. Halloween Town, I fought the Chimera, which is where Oogie Boogie used to be. If you're fighting a bunch of white knights, that means you're going to fight the Chimera once you finish them. Monstro, if you go to where the Parasite Cage is, you might find the Grand Ghost, which is a giant search ghost that will not be affected by physical attacks or magic. You actually have to use items on it, which is actually incredibly difficult because you have to be really close to use it. And if you're not close enough, it will actually default to Goofy or whoever is in your party, which I think has to be Goofy. I don't think there's any separate party members. I recommend, if you can, use elixirs, because that'll take it out in 2 hits, and you can get like 3 of the frozen drops, I think it's called. A frozen gem, maybe? Atlantica. I don't think there's anything too special here. I just fought enemies I needed to fight for stuff. Neverland. Nothing I think was too important here. Huh. But anyway, I've kind of rambled on talking about some special enemies. Let's go back to Hollow Bastion. I'm at level 58, and I've actually fought a few of the defenders and been hit. I don't take as much damage as I used to. Like, I take a significantly less amount. So I feel like I can do this. I'll go to the library. Also, I found out how to get that chest we saw back in the waterway that we saw from like up above. We can see it through the chains. Apparently, if you shoot a blizzard at one of the bubbles, it'll freeze, and you can use that to jump up to it. I'm gonna real quick save. Let's save over this one because it's the least recent. But when I was grinding here for the drops, I actually would go out here into that room, and after I'd killed everything there, I'd go back into here, and then just loop back. Because you need to go a total of 2 maps away. I travel through 2 maps of any kind except for the one you're trying to grind in, and they will respawn. Now, oh yeah, there's okay, see, these are wyverns. I don't care much about these. These guys are real. Hey, a wizard's relic! Yeah, I'm not even fazed by any of this anymore. I am if I'm not paying attention. Although something to note is that if the enemies up there are not wyverns but instead wizards, you are encountering a special enemy. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's an invisible soldier. The invisible soldier is like a regular soldier except invisible. Ooh, a lucid crystal. I've been farming those a while back. Except the invisible soldier also rarely stops moving, so it's always countering me, and once you do enough damage to it, it'll become visible. But it's actually kind of a pain to fight. But you'll find 2 of them. You'll find one when you jump up here to fight enemies, and when you go down there to fight. I'm not gonna bother continuing this, and let's just keep going on. Like, it's amazing how many different things are in this game. I think I'm just go where it's telling me to go right now. I don't think that was right. I can't remember how I'm supposed to. What's through here? Waterway. Yeah, I remember when these guys scared me. I don't remember which way I'm supposed to go. I'm actually genuinely lost. Because I never went on towards where I needed to be before. Because I just didn't need to. I didn't want to risk triggering anything. See, he hit me, I took almost no damage. Oh, good job, Goofy. He used his ability that gives HP to his allies in exchange for MP. I still have Ars Arcanum, because I like that move. It was actually really good against the Pink Agaricus. Like, for those, I think I showed it at some point a while back in Atlantica. Pink Agaricus is the giant pink truffle that you find after you cast Stop on 3 white truffles. You can find it in the treehouse or in Atlantica's. I don't remember what that cave is called. Truth be told, I don't care, because Atlantica, if you're doing it at Atlantica, you're not going to get anything worthwhile. I can almost guarantee that. You have to hit a total of a lot of, I think 40 times. If you hit it 40 times, you will have a 10% chance of getting a Serenity Power, which is a drop material you need to do synthesis. And it's probably possible to hit it 40 times in Atlantica, but I don't think it's possible to hit it 100 times, which is the maximum amount. Which, if you do it, you'll get a Prime Cap, I think, which is an item that... No. That either increases your strength or increases your defense. It increases one of those by 5 and then drops the other by 5. I can't remember which one, though. But I just use people's advice on the internet. I'm not sure if this was the best way to do this, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. I just used Aurora and Stop, and I increased my... Remember, Stop and Stopka and Stopra, they don't change how long they're stopped. Instead, it's your mana that changes it. So I just equipped a bunch of mana enhancing items and used Stop, and then I attacked it. Although, don't use Ars Arcanum or whatever ability you have unless you cast like Bambi. I recommend Bambi because I think Bambi increases drop rate just slightly. Not sure though, but Bambi does drop a whole bunch of mana and also gets rid of Donald and Goofy. Once you use your triangle move, Goofy and Donald will start attacking, which is bad because every single one of their hits is subtracted from the hits you've done. So by using Bambi, you basically have something that will not deal damage to it, and will keep them out of the way while you go to town. And Aurora is there because it deals extra damage, and lock onto the head as well. If you lock onto the head, you'll likely do the most amount of damage you can. I managed to get upwards of, I think, the high 50s, which isn't a whole lot, but I mean, nonetheless. You know what? I don't remember where I'm going. I hope this is the correct way. I've really just been rambling on because I have nothing to talk about right now, because we're on our way to fight Maleficent and whatnot. I just thought I'd kind of recount my adventures leading up to this point. I'm actually excited because I think for the first time I might be actually prepared for something. I think I've leveled up more in the past 2 days trying to do this than I have since I started this Let's Play. So I never actually, actively trained, because I just never really remembered that this game existed. But now I've just started actually trying, and it's really worked out. Although also on my adventures I did find a few chests and I found a few Dalmatians and used a few Trinity marks to get synthesis materials, and I apologize. But it's not like I'm trying to do a super 100% mega ultra run. Like certain important items like the I actually did find a Toyn page inside Monstro while I was in there. Because I was actually looking for a Dark Matter, I think, while I was in there. I did find a Toyn page, and I feel like at some point I might write down and put on, write down which is which, like what, where Toyn pages are and where Dark Matters are. Probably won't be doing it this episode or not, but just at some point I'll find a time that I think would be appropriate to put all these items down so that you get to go look for them. I don't think I even need to fight these guys, but why not, maybe. A few times in my life I actually feel like I made progress, which is that's why I love RPGs. Is when you can just do this. Just enemies that these guys defenders used to take half my health. Like just one go. But now they just aren't even a problem. But I can't let that kind of, get me cocky, because I've made a mistake. I think. not sure. I'm not gonna bother trying to fight those wyverns, because God knows those things are gonna screw me over. Of course, there's still no save point nearby, which still kind of bothers me.